Hello, everyone. Today we're looking at the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 144, Jane Glenda Mulligan. Again, from the Dragonfly. I have one more left of these, but this was the one that I was the most excited for. That might be a little weird for a lot of people, but this is the one that I was the most excited for. I really like these niche, deep cut characters like Jane, like Glenda, like these characters that are so forgotten and nobody really knows about them. I think that's really fun. And I like that the classified line added this one, especially for the Dragonfly, which I will get into why a little later in the review. But looking at the packaging here, she is in the box right there, along with all of her accessories. Commandos Heroicos, which is the Brazilian, I believe, G.I. Joe team over there. G.I. Joe Classified Series Haslab Hasbro. Very nice shot of her right here. Really, really good shot of her here. I really like the way she looks. She looks really aggressive, really mean, angry. I like that look. It's very, very cool. I like this art is beautiful. This art is fantastic. On the side here, continuation of that beautiful, beautiful full spread that they've been doing with this whole line here. So yeah, that is Glane. What the hell am I talking about? Jane Glenda Mulligan, Yeehaw Champion Dragonfly. Let's get her out and look at her. And so here is Jane Glenda Mulligan out of the packaging and on the spinny base. And I love this figure. I love, love, love this figure. Now, a lot of people, when this figure came out, were upset about it, mostly because I think they don't really know the character and weren't really expecting this, which I get. This character is a very, very, very niche character that at the time of the development of this figure had only been in one figure before and like 2 comic book appearances. So for those of you who don't know, briefly we'll talk about Glenda here. Glenda is a part of the Commandos Heroicos, which is the Argentinian version of G.I. Joe from the 80s. Now, when the toy company Plastirama, I believe, was the company that got the G.I. Joe license over there, when they got the figures, they took it on themselves to change some things. Not everything, but change some things around. So the Scarlet figure, which was released that year prior, I want to say, and is also the one that we have right here. The Scarlet figure that they got over there, they decided to change around a bit. Just give her a different paint scheme. Blue as opposed to the gray, and the white as opposed to the tan, and the blonde hair as opposed to the long red hair. And as well as that, they decided to make her a helicopter pilot. So Glenda over there is a helicopter pilot who, I'm going to paraphrase her file card very briefly. When she was 6 years old, she piloted a helicopter as her father trained her. And after her father heroically died, she took up the mantle of a helicopter pilot and is one of the best helicopter pilots in Argentina, I believe, and by proxy, probably the world. So having her in this set feels perfect. Best possible thing they could have done here, except Wild Bill, of course. I love this figure. I think this figure is spectacular. I love this character so, so much. I love the inclusion they've been doing of adding more and more worldwide characters from the greater umbrella of G.I. Joe, I suppose you could call it. They recently had the Night Force 2-pack that had Quarrel in it, who is from Action Force, which is the UK version of G.I. Joe. So I would really, really like to see this continue going on forward, because basically all of these figures are ones that we've had before, except they're painted around a little different. So it's great for repaints, and it's great for re-releasing the same body molds and types of figures that we've seen before, but new and different. So this is a perfect way to get out another version of this Scarlet body in a exclusive figure that is very, very fitting for the set that she is in. And there's also some stuff a part of this figure that will obviously be teasing some stuff later going on forward. But I really, really like this figure. I like that they're including all of these other characters from across the globe. So having her in the set is great. And hopefully it means we get more of these. I would love more of these if we got different versions from all over the planet, just because I think it'd be really fun to just expand that further and to add more diversity to this already very diverse group, cast of characters that they have. But I will take her off the spinny base here so we can get a little bit of a closer look. So looking at Glenda here, if it'll focus in there, looking at Glenda here, I love this face sculpt. First and foremost, I think this is a really, really good face sculpt. She kind of looks like somebody I've seen before. If I can remember who it is, it'll be on screen. But I really, really like this face sculpt. I think this is a really, really good face sculpt. Hasbro has been doing excellent with the head sculpts, face sculpts on the various classified figures, especially the female figures. They all look spectacular. So this is a really, really just a great addition and a great continuation of that. She got a very like strong jawline there, like high cheekbones there. Everything about this looks really, really good. I love all of the head sculpt detail work they've done here, and I love this specific hairpiece because she has 3 hair pieces, which is kind of crazy. She has 3 hair pieces. This one with a headset, which is not removable. You can't take this off. But this is an homage to her original figure, which the original figure, at least the box art, had her wearing this helmet piece or this headgear piece, which makes sense because, like I said, she's a helicopter pilot, so that would make sense for her to be wearing that. So it's nice that they included that. I like that a lot. It looks really, really cool. I love this flight gear she's wearing here. It's super, super nice. I love this, and there will be other flight gear that she comes with, which we'll talk about in a little bit here. But she looks super, super good with this, like all the straps, the gears, and everything. It makes sense. She's a helicopter pilot, so she would dress like this. It looks super, super cool. Now, the body itself is basically the exact same as Scarlet here. There really is no difference. If you pop this whole gear off, you'd see all the little detail, the grenade and everything like that on there. But it is still a good body. So like I can't be mad about it because that is a really, really good buck they used. So I'm not going to complain about it. It's a really nice one, and I really like the choice of it. I like the blue and the gray and the white. It's a really, really solid contrast. It looks super good together. Just a really nice blend of colors that work naturally. I like the little pouches she has on her big white, like Punisher white go-go boot she has on. I think that's really, really fun. The big white, like, gloves she has there, which my light here is catching so much of it because it's so bright it's reflecting. On the inside there, like the original toy, there is the little 2-shot Derringer pistol, which presumably would fire out and she could shoot it as emergencies. 2 little Shuriken Ninja stars there on her sleeves. It's a super, super good look. I really, really like this look. And obviously a little holster there for a pistol, which we'll look at a little later. But I really want to look at the hair pieces here. So like I said, she has 3 hair pieces. This one is removable. You can pop it off like that, and there are all the individual grooves for you to put the other hair pieces in, which means that this is only going to fit on her head, not on anyone else's. But she does have 2 other hair pieces. She has this one right here, which I believe is a more kind of modern look, I suppose. One of these hair pieces fits really good with the helmet because the helmet goes over the hairpiece. I'm not sure if it's this one or not, but as you can tell, very short style hair there, a little bit of a sway over the eye there. It looks really cool, fitting for someone who's in the military like that. And in a helicopter, you do not want your hair on your face, so you want it as short as you can. I like that look a lot. It looks really cool, but I think I like this one a little better. You put it on there, and it's a little bit longer, a little bit less in her face kind of situation there. And like I said, she does have a helmet, which you can put on here. And we'll look at them in more detail a little bit, but you just pop it on just like so, and boom, she's got her helmet on. It looks super, super cool. I love this helmet. I like that she comes with a helmet. I don't like that Wild Bill doesn't come with a helmet, but I think I've talked about that enough before. On the back here, which is really cool, it does say Commandos Heroicos, which is very, very nice. It's a nice touch to remember where she came from, and I think that's a really, really cool thing that they did there. As for the articulation of Jane here, let's take her helmet off first. She can look up that far, can look down that far. Head is on a ball joint, can do a full 360. The hair does not get in the way of movement there, so that's nice. So either whatever hairpiece you have is not getting in the way there. There is a ball joint at the upper torso here, ball joint at the lower torso here. The gear does get in the way a little bit, but honestly not a lot. She can look down that far, can look up that far. She can't do the splits because of the holsters here. She does have drop down hips, but they don't really do a lot because of the straps here, like I said. There is a swivel here at the upper thigh, like this here. Double jointed pinless knees, which are a little bit tight on mine. Can't kick her own butt. Drop down like so. There's a swivel here at the calf, so she can go full 360 there. Foot can go up that far, a lot of movement there. Can go down that far, a lot of movement there. There is a hinge here, so it goes side to side. And there is on the arms here, 360 there. Could go up that far, full 360 there. Double jointed pinless arms, which are very, very nice, can go down very, very far. So a lot of movement there. The closed fist hand can go down like so and can go up like so. They're also noticeable as they can do a full 360 there. And the pistol hands, the trigger shooting hands, can go down like so and can go up like so. So yeah, that is the articulation that Glenda here comes with. So here are the accessories that come with Jane Glenda Mulligan. Looking at first here, her main weapon, which is a large backpack laser rifle situation, which is the toy that she came with, or the weapon that she came with in the original toy, which makes sense for her to have. Very cool looking sculpt backpack. I really like the detail they did in this. I wish it was painted. I wish there was some paint just here and there, little bits here and there, but the molding work is excellent. The little meter there, the little knobs and switches going to the hose to the rifle. It looks like a Ghostbusters proton pack. There is a nice stock here, as well as the absurdity of this laser weapon. Now, one thing I should say is be careful about this one, because when I went to have her hold it, again, this is the new tougher plastic material that they're using, which is good. I like this more. However, it does mean that things that are plastic that are thin can warp, can break. So I went to move it a little bit, and I don't know how well you can see it, but there was a little bit of a stress mark there from when I moved it a little more than I should have. So just keep that in mind, that that can happen. Now, one thing I also want to talk about here is that this is a laser weapon, and specifically, this is Flash's laser weapon from the original toy line. So I have no doubt in my mind, probably very soon, we are going to be getting a Flash figure, which I cannot wait for. Another original 13. We need more of that. So having Flash on the team will be great. I can't wait to get a hold of him. But yeah, this weapon is very cool. It is very much just a standard, just a regular old laser rifle, which is very common for G.I. Joe. As for her next accessory, here she has a pistol. A pretty good looking, like, 1911, I want to say. Very, very cool. I don't know if we've seen one like this before. We might have gotten one, a similar one with Grunt, but this looks fairly new, and it looks very, very good. Obviously, 3mm port there, so you can have a little blast effect piece if you have one. I don't have any, but if you have one, you can put it in there. I really think this looks really good. Again, could use a little paint, but I you know what? I don't mind that they don't come with paint for these ones. But yeah, like a little bit of a brown on the grip would have looked very nice. But yeah, that is a very standard, solid-looking 1911. And as you can see, I have all the other hair pieces which are here. Here are her other hands that she comes with, which, you know, are very standard, you know, just regular, you know, hands that came with the Scarlet figure. They have a little bit of a brass knuckle thing going on there, a little bit of a toughness around the knuckles there, which is very nice. We looked at all the hair pieces and all the helmets. So what I really want to look at is this piece right here, which comes with her specifically. This is very, very cool. This is an adjustable harness with a little bit of a hook there to go onto the dragonfly that has the winch attachment. So this is super, super cool. And because it's adjustable, it can fit on almost anybody. But for simplicity's case, I'm going to grab Glenda and show you how to put it on her. So to attach this to Glenda, looking at this piece right here, you're going to need to just pull it right here, like so, pull this bit out here, pull this bit out here. Just keep pulling on these little straps, which hold in very nicely, I have to say. I was worried that they were going to feel very loose. They are not. There's a very, very solid connection that holds them in there, so you're not going to worry about them falling out here. And you can pull it apart in two pieces, like so, which I think is nice. So you can do that if you want to, or you can just have it in one piece and attach it like so. But for simplicity's sake, we're going to go for the two pieces. So taking the top piece here, just laying it over her head like so, wrapping around her gear here, sliding this under her arms like this here. You can take these bits right here, these little hooks, slide them in like this, and you can tighten them at your leisure. You can tighten them as tight as you want them or as loose as you want them, so you can fit them on multiple different size body types for figures. Now, they said in the unboxing video that this fits on almost every figure. They had it on Roadblock and all the other ones like that. They said it did not fit on Nemesis Enforcer, which I'm not surprising. But honestly, I don't know why you'd want him attached to a dragonfly anyways. So yeah, but taking the lower bits right here, you just slide her legs right through here, like right here, just like so. So it goes in like that, wrap it around like this, wrap it around like that. And you want to take this part right here, the little bit that was on the inside, and slide it in this little hole right here. Pull it in like that. There we go. And then you want to do the same thing on the back side. It does get a little bit annoying with all these ropes and strings and everything like that, but that is the way it works. So slide it in just like this here. There we go. Just like that. There we go. Now it's on there like that. And you move arm out the way here. Get the waist bit in here, just like so. If I can move it in there, if you want to cooperate with me. Glenda, work with me. Yeah, like I said, some of these are a little tight. But honestly, I prefer that. I prefer that over them being very, very loose. So I slide in just like so, like that. Very nice. Take this bit around her leg right here. If I can get it. My hands are not working with me tonight. There we go, just like so, right there. And last one, right here. If I can pull it. There we go. And like I said, you can tighten this or loosen this as you want it, but you can attach it to her body, and it looks super, super good. I love this look. I think it's great. I love that you can do this on any figure you want. And that's not all, because like I said, there's a little hook right here. Also, it does look a little gross from the back, but just try not to look at that part. But if you take the winch that the dragonfly came with and loop it around just like so, you can pull it like this, and she will hang fairly well. She's not really going anywhere. You can bounce around like this. She's really not going anywhere, which I'm honestly impressed by. She doesn't want to move. And I also tried it on some other figures that are bigger. It fits in there very, very well. So that's not going anywhere. And I really, really like that as a piece, just like as a part of a toy. I think it's super fun. And obviously the winch, you can move it in and out like that right here. It's really, really nice. I like that a lot. I think that's a really, really nice addition and a really, really cool thing that they added to this just for playability and fun. So yeah, that is all the accessories that come with Jane. So for size comparison, here she is next to Ripcord, the Night Force Ripcord, who I just reviewed, and she is way shorter than everybody else. It's very funny, but they look very good together, both with their gear on, their helmet on, everything like that. And I'm not taking the piece off of her chest here because it's too much work to take off. I'll do that later. But she looks really, really good next to Night Force Ripcord. Ripcord looks just good to anybody. This figure looks awesome. Here she is next to Scarlet, the person of whom body she shares. And they look really good together. I really want to get the Coral now so I can have the full trio of these figures that are basically the same, but they look really good together. I like this look side by side. It looks very fun. Here she is next to her American counterpart, Mr. Wild Bill. Yes, so she is the Dragonfly pilot in Argentina, and I felt fair to have the Dragonfly pilot in the US, Wild Bill, side by side. They look very good together. I love this Wild Bill too. This whole set is fantastic. I love everyone in it. Speaking of this set, here she is next to the last figure I've yet to review, but we'll be reviewing soon. We have Night Force Crazy Legs, who looks really, really good. I love this one. I can't wait to get more for this guy. But yeah, they look really good together. And again, Glenda just looks super, super solid with basically anybody. So yes, that is Jane Glenda Mulligan. She is super, super cool. I love this character, and I'm really, really happy to have this figure for the first time since the 80s in a physical form. She had a retro reaction style figure that came out recently, but I really don't count those. Those are more like statues than anything else. This is her first real shot at having another figure for like 40 years, and I'm so happy that I have it, and I'm so happy that she was unlocked, because I would have been so bummed if we didn't get this one. So I'm so glad we did. She's so good. I love this character, and I love this figure. This figure's also really good. So if you like this, let me know down below. If you didn't know who this character was before this, let me know. If you did know who this character was before, really let me know, because I'm curious about how many people knew about it before this haslab started. I didn't know. I'm not gonna pretend like I did. I didn't know. But I'm curious about people who did know about this. And if you did know about it, are you happy she got a figure? Because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who are very excited that the Comandos Heroicos are getting some well-deserved recognition, I suppose. So yes, that is Glenda. If you like this, please comment, like, subscribe. Everything needs to get done for me to keep the videos that I love to make. And I'll see you next time. Yo, Joe.